Hi, welcome back. Today I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful tumbler, 20 ounce, from start to finish. Hi, I'm Christy. Whether you're a fellow crafter, a custom gift lover, or just here for some creative inspiration, you've come to the right place. So grab your glitter, get comfy, because the next creation is always just around the corner. If you're ready, let's get started. I hope you enjoy the beauty of handmade. Okay, so we're going to get started with this 20 ounce curved tumbler that I got from MakerFlo. And we're going to prep it by sanding it down. I am going to take off the bottom sticker. I know you don't have to take off that bottom sticker. I always mention that. I like to remove it. And that's just a personal preference. But we'll get that sticker removed. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand down the tumbler, and I'll use a 120 grit sanding block that I got off of Amazon. And you want to just scuff it up really good so that your paint adheres to the tumbler. I know if you don't, what it does is, I've had it happen to me before, it ends up peeling up the paint for some reason. I don't know why. If you know why it does that, you can let me know, but I know it's always best to sand it down. Okay, so after I get it sanded down really good, I use alcohol 91% to clean off all that residue. This tumbler holder, I bought the sponge off of from Hobby Lobby, but we're going to use DecoArt Americana acrylic paint, and it's in cocoa. And this is what we'll be coloring the base of my tumbler. Now I'll mix in a little bit of glitter glue from Crystalac. I am affiliated with them, so go in and check out their link that I have in the description below. But yeah, we're going to mix it up with some glitter glue and place it over the tumbler. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this Wet n Wild makeup brush that I got from the Dollar Tree. They don't make them no more. Oh, and never mind with my parchment paper. I was sketching out some stuff. I'm trying to remember where my stars were on another tumbler. But anyways, I need to switch out to a new one. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get this tumbler painted with the cocoa acrylic paint. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with MakerFlo glitter in cold brew, and it's a holographic fine glitter. Sorry that I'm out of screen here for a minute, but I'll have everything linked in the description below. So here I'm just making sure that I have the glitter evenly placed all over the tumbler, and tapping on the bottom to make sure that bottom is covered well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my finger around the rim just to expose some of the stainless steel, well, not the stainless steel, but to take off some of the glitter so that when I come to epoxy it, the epoxy will have something to adhere to. You'll be able to see here how that little bitty line of exposed tumbler that I cleared off, I removed the glitter from, and that's so that the epoxy can adhere to the tumbler. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry for about 30-40 minutes, and then I'm going to spray it with Rust-Oleum clear spray paint. And then here we are with 2 coats of epoxy. What I have in this little bottle is Mod Podge, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag out little lines of Mod Podge all over the tumbler in certain areas. I'm sorry I'm out of frame here. I gotta work on my camera angle. But anyways, what I have there is rainbow tinsel from Michaels. And we're gonna use that to add on like lines. Y'all know what I mean. Back and forth on the tumbler, and then we'll cover it with that rainbow tinsel. Okay, so now we're going to come in with MakerFlo glitter called Ocean Eyes, and it's a metallic fine. And I'm going to do the same process. I'm going to use that applicator bottle to do little streaks of Mod Podge. And the only thing with this, because it's a fine glitter, you'll see later on that it really picked up just those little lines. Unlike the rainbow tinsel, it kind of had so many different sizes of the glitter that it covered more. So we'll fix it toward the end, but I'll speed up the camera here and get past all these colors. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush off the excess glitter using this makeup brush. I got this makeup brush at the Dollar Tree. Okay, so after spraying the cup with clear spray paint and putting a coat of epoxy, I think I used 2 coats of epoxy. It's, of course it still needs something else. And you see how those lines on the blue? I just didn't like it. But anyways, this foil I got from a local vendor, and I'm going to use it with tack it over and over. The foil I got from a local vendor here, Callipop. I have their link in the description below. But they sell tons of foil, and she sells like the rolls for like $1. They're awesome. But the website doesn't show all the foil. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and use tack it over and over and dry it out for a little bit, and then place the foil on top of it. Now we're going to apply some heat to the tack it over and over so that it'll dry it out a little bit. Once it gets dry, then we'll start working on the foil. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the foil over the tacky part of the glue that we just dried up a little bit. And I'm using this tool to try to burnish it, but it was plastic. It's not silicone. So I ended up using a popsicle stick, which worked a whole lot better. Okay, so this is where I started to look at it after I placed the foil, and I thought, well, it needed something else. I brought out the gold glitter. It's called Pot of Gold, I believe is what it's called. I have it linked in the description below, but it's from MakerFlo. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more streaks of Mod Podge over the blue area. So what I'm doing with the Mod Podge is I'm going to go in between the gaps of the blue glitter and try to fill it in with the gold glitter. We're going to tap off the excess glitter and then seal it with clear spray paint, and then we'll seal it in with epoxy. I had to go back in and add some more gold because I felt like there wasn't enough, or I didn't like the streaks. So I went in with my gloved finger and added some Mod Podge so that we can add more gold glitter. Okay, now what we're going to do again is use the brush and wipe off some of that excess gold glitter, and then we'll seal it and put in our 2 coats of epoxy. Thank y'all so much for watching today's tutorial. I hope this step-by-step guide was helpful and encouraging. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Lulu Ladybug Creations, and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss future tutorials. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll respond as soon as I can. This is my beautiful mess. Y'all be sure to go like, subscribe, and share this video. Until next time, happy creating.